No. So she just asked me how old I am. We've been friends for like 25 years now, and she doesn't know.
I'm right.
She is right. But I just said, and I said this the other day, I'm going to be 47 next year, and that means that I am 3 years away from 50. Is that insane?
That's correct math.
I'm good at math, yeah. Yeah, my son helped me with that one. All right, we are about to get into some questions that Victoria yesterday
Training questions.
posted on Instagram and said, we're gonna be filming today. It's been 10 years since we've been together filming, and now we're gonna answer some questions.
You're so dramatic.
I know I am. I'm like adding 20 years to everything. All right, so we just finished an amazing leg day, and now let's go to these questions. All right, you go first.
Oh, this is actually a really good one that actually just came in this morning. This would be a fun video.
Oh, so we're gonna, oh, okay.
So this is actually a video request, and I'm gonna say yes to this. I'm curious. Would be awesome to see a full day of eating comparing you both.
Oh, so then what we should do is hang out all day and eat all 5 meals together. As you eat your bitch ass meal and I eat my huge meal. And I'm like this, ugh, and she's like, I'm hungry. That's a good idea. All right, screenshot that so that we can do that. All right, people.
That is a great one.
All right, so that's not really a question.
It's not a question,
They were asking us if we would do it.
It's a request, but comment below if you guys want to see that, because that would be an awesome video comparing.
And comment below and leave more
And
requests.
we're actually both not in a dieting phase right now, so
Yeah.
we're both increasing calories.
Yeah.
So comparing side by side.
Okay. Oh, wait, I go. What favorite exercise? I don't know because I have so many favorites. I would probably say now, just because of where I'm at, and I just posted yesterday on my story about how this is the strongest and best I've ever felt, and I would probably say only for sheer ego purposes that the hack squat, because I want to see how much weight I could use on there. Okay. Just for that reason.
I would say mine is Bulgarians.
Ugh.
I know.
Who likes Bulgarians? You're like the only person. But I actually did like doing them today because we did them today as a superset.
I would say, I'll give you my top 3.
Okay.
Bulgarians, front foot elevated, reverse lunge, RDLs.
RDLs are now my second favorite, just because of how heavy I'm able to go. And then I really miss doing cycle goblet squats.
Fuck those.
See, I like them just because of how massively pumped my quads get from them. Fuck those. Okay, you go. Question.
All right. Thoughts on barbell versus Smith machine squats? Preference. What's your preference?
Smith machine squats.
Smith machine squats.
Just because I feel like my back comes too much into play with the barbell, and the Smith machine keeps that perfect alignment. Then I can go heel elevated, squat down straight. Like I've done those. I did those actually for the first time with Jared and Dr. Mike, and that was like 2 years ago. And then now I've been adding them in.
He has an explainer video on how to do those properly
Yeah.
too. I say Smith for a number of reasons, but I think for myself and also for like lifestyle average Joe clients, I think it's a great way to get in the gym and be able to challenge yourself with safety without a spotter.
I was just gonna say safety.
If you're taller, you can also get your feet in different positions. Sometimes squatting with the barbell is difficult for people who have longer femurs. Or if you have an injury, a lot of people who are 40s, 50s plus will have something going on. So I think it's a great machine to be able to use and get really good range. It's appropriate for you.
And even the concern I had with holding the barbell, so you could use the straps on the Smith machine.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 2. How are you today? I'm great. We're gonna move forward to that one. When am I training with Chelsea again? Actually, Sunday. I don't know if you know who Chelsea is. All right, you go.
Bulgarian split squat alternate if you're not strong enough to do them correctly.
That's not a thing. You just gotta make sure that your feet are in the proper position. So I'm sure we've done some.
What do you do with clients who are like new, like totally new to weight training?
They would still do them. I would have them hold on to something.
Yeah.
So 100% grab a broomstick, or a chair. Yeah, like have a chair right next to you. Put the back. Most of the time I tell my people to do it holding on because I don't want them to waste time trying to balance. I want them to just focus on the movement.
It will make you stronger for bilateral movements. So when you actually do a regular squat, it will make you stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many benefits to doing unilateral, so single leg movements. So I wouldn't skip them. I would get close to a wall where you can balance yourself and try to just go a little bit deeper.
Yeah. Every time you do it. Yeah. Go really slow on the eccentric so you can see how low you can go. And don't use, so like I would say, don't use the chair to help you come up. It's just a guide. So like fingertips holding on.
Yeah, and even if you do like three to 5 reps.
Right.
Just to build the strength initially, I would do that rather than say, oh, I can't do 10 or 15. I would just reduce how many reps you do and just try and get, like, even if you get 3 good ones, good, take a break and try and do 3 more.
Yeah, perfect. Right. All right. How much sleep do you get? So
I don't know.
I get up 7 days a week around 3 o'clock, Monday through Friday at 3:15, Saturday and Sunday at 3:45. Never woken up past 3:45 since January 4th of 2010.
It's really specific.
Yeah. That's my alarm. Those are my alarms. But most days I go to bed at 8:30. Sometimes at 9, so I'm basically getting about 6 hours sleep. But I use melatonin and a sleep product from Blackstone Labs, and when I hit the pillow, I'm out. So some people are like, oh, I need 8 hours, but they might not be getting good REM sleep. So I think that if you really, and people, you might just, I don't know how you feel about sleep, but I say if you get 6 good hours, that's good. If you can get a nap, 20, 30-minute nap, 7 hours, okay.
Aren't there studies that like different people operate better at different amounts of sleep?
Yeah.
Like there's a population of people who do better with 4 to 6 hours. There's people who do better with 6 to 8 hours. I'm a 9-hour kind of person. I know it sounds crazy. If I get good 9 hours all the time, I'm your best friends.
That you need that much sleep? Do you feel like you don't sleep hard though?
No, I mean, I go to sleep and I stay asleep, and my body loves sleep.
Do you get naps or no? You just go to bed? So what time do you go to bed?
Well, I don't say I always get 9 hours, but I perform better when I get 9 hours.
So what time do you go to bed and then what time do you get up?
I try by 10.
And then what time do you get up?
11.
So you get up at 7-ish?
I get up between 6 and 7.
Okay. Do you get more sleep during prep?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So will you get 10 hours of sleep a night?
Towards the end of prep.
Jesus Christ.
On the weekends. If I can, I will just keep sleeping until I have to.
I'll like on the weekends, if I don't have anything to do, I'll get my sleep, I'll get up, I do my work, and then I'll go back to bed and get like a 2 or 3 hour nap in the middle of the day. All right, next question.
Sleep is so important for fat loss. If you
For everything. Weight gain, lean muscle tissue.
Yeah. All
speeding up your metabolism, recovery,
it is
sleep.
I just had a conversation with someone about this 2 days ago. It was probably my #1 thing because of the other things that are also impacted by sleep.
Hormones.
Right? Hormones, cravings, late night snacking, right? There's so many other things that are impacted if you can just go to bed earlier and skip proper amounts of sleep. Okay, is 3 lower body days and 3 upper body days, is that too much?
I would
6-day training split basically.
I usually, no matter who it is, I have guys, girls, injured people, people that are trying to put on weight, lose weight. I don't have anybody that trains 6 days a week. I have everybody that trains 5.
I don't have a single person training 6 days a week. And in fact, usually, if I have somebody who has been training 5 days a week through an entire like deficit fat loss phase, and then they've completed their reverse diet, a lot of times I'll drop them to 4 days.
Yeah.
To allow them to build, have a little breather from the gym. I think psychologically it's really good, athlete or non-athlete, to have those extra days and then be able to have that room to ramp up a little bit later. So no, I don't personally train 6 days a week. I don't have a single client that trains 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Totally necessary. And I would argue also if you're older, probably need more rest.
Oh yeah.
Right?
But I think I have a 23-year-old client and I wouldn't, and a guy, and I wouldn't tell him to train 6 days a week.
Rest is important.
Okay, this is a good one because of my answer. How do you get motivated to train? I don't need motivation to train. Like, this is people ask me when am I competing all the time, because they obviously haven't watched my I'm retired video, because I'm never getting back on stage. I never did it for the stage, so I don't need motivation because I love the process. Every day I can't wait to come into the gym. Maybe I'm not gonna beat my numbers from last week, or maybe it's not about a progressive overload. Maybe it's just like, I just wanna be in the gym because I get to listen to music, which is like therapy for me. I get to move weight around, release happy hormones. So for me, I don't need a motivation to come here. Unless I'm training a body part that I don't like, which I needed motivation to do arms. And how I got motivated to that is I make one of my friends put me through a workout. That's it. But other than that, that's why I really try very hard to teach my clients to enjoy the process, because then you need motivation to get in the gym. You need to listen to a podcast or download a new song or whatnot. I don't need any of that stuff because I love coming into the gym. So you have to find something that you love about the gym. Find something that you love about cardio. Maybe it's watching a comedy. Maybe it's listening to a podcast and you're not even thinking that you're doing cardio.
I think two things. Number one, to me, it's like a job. I would look at I wouldn't say I'm not motivated to go into the office today. Well, you go into the office because it's a responsibility.
Right.
Something that
it's your health.
Yeah, you have to do. So I don't look at exercise and training as an optional thing. Like I'm a little bit different than you. There are plenty of days I don't want to come into the gym. There are plenty of days because I'm distracted, I'm tired, I'm sore, whatever, and it's just I just don't want to do it. Right.
So then, how do you get yourself motivated?
I come anyway.
That's it.
It doesn't matter.
So
it doesn't matter that I don't want to do. There's plenty of things I do all day long I don't want to do.
So there's nothing that you do to get yourself to come in here, you just do it.
Absolutely.
So that's the difference between, and that's why I say I don't really believe in motivation, I just believe in discipline, and that's your discipline to come in.
Yeah, I mean, I'll verbally say out loud, I don't want to be here. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like, great, yeah, that's nice to hear that. I would say something that I would do in my earlier days is I do think watching videos like this I think sometimes it's a mind state. So what can you do to shift your mind state? What are you thinking about? And if I pull up a video like our videos or any other person that I like that's in fitness, and I pull up that video and I see them working out, a lot of times that gets my brain into that mode and it eases the blow.
It's like guys that will watch Pumping Iron and then go into the gym.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or so I used to see someone do an exercise like our clamshells that we did in the other video.
Oh my God, I can't wait to try that.
I'm excited to just go in and just do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go in and try it. So
that's what I would
say. Okay, so next question. Thoughts on longer rest periods between sets for hypertrophy? I love your videos.
I don't necessarily think that you need very long rest periods unless you're a power lifter. But I don't think that you need that long of rest. As long as you're breathing well, then you can go into your next set.
I think that...
But what would be, so I guess the question to them is why are they asking for that?
Well, I think there's a lot of messaging right now that are telling people, these 30, 45-second rest periods that's typically in those fitness magazines, they're
not doing total body workouts.
Insufficient. Well, here's the thing. When I look at the individual, how hard are they really training?
Right.
If I'm doing a heavy set of squats, and you guys have seen our videos, I legit need 2
minutes,
3 minutes, maybe even longer towards the end of the workout to get my ass back off the floor.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people who are, so it's the right message, maybe it's the wrong person. So to ask yourself, how long do you really need? And if you can recover within 60 seconds, you probably should be pushing harder.
I was just gonna say that. You probably are not pushing as hard to complete. That's the reason why.
Don't just rest just because you're oh, I'm supposed to rest right now.
Yeah, and I always tell people, and this is what I tell people in my videos, don't look at the weight that we're pushing, look at the way we're pushing. Look at the intensity. We're just about hitting failure. Sometimes complete failure, sometimes we maybe had 2 more in the time. There are a lot of people that okay, their set is 12, and they go to 12, but they probably could have gotten 20.
Yeah.
They don't understand about that dig.
I think it's 60 to 70% of people are underweight,
right,
basically.
So then they're taking 30 seconds and they really should be taking longer, but they didn't push hard enough during the set.
Yeah.
To really
need
to
earn the rest period.
Yes.
It's almost don't do a 12 rep set that's not as intense and then be okay, well, I'm supposed to take 3 minutes. the purpose of the rest period is to let the body recover. But if you didn't actually tax the muscle close to failure, then you actually don't need that much recovery.
Right, right.
So clarity is, I would say, context is clarity.
Yeah, yeah.
So how hard is the person actually training?
Yes. Okay, what's this? Somebody asked me how much bigger do I want to get. This morning, I weighed in at 173.6, and I've been saying I want to see what I look like at 175, but now that I'm like 1.4 pounds away from 175, I'm thinking, let's see what I look like at 180. But at the end of the day, I don't really care too much about the scale. I do want to get my hamstrings. They're coming in and I'm getting stronger. My glutes, I measure, so everything is growing. And I'm not touching my upper body. So one of the questions in here was, what's my split? And I have gone over that in a video, but I do 4 leg days, 1 Metcon day, which is like a metabolic conditioning day. And then 2 rest days, as we were talking about. But like 4 heavy training, and it's legs, 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 legs.
So I have 3 legs and 1 upper.
Okay. And then so you do 3 rest days. Ah. Okay.
The 5th, if I feel like I want to go in and do a little like arm touch up or something, or second shoulder day, I'll do that, and it's super like light, yeah. But 4 is my main block right now, and I have a video also. I actually have my entire series is on my YouTube channel right now of exactly what those workouts are, what they look like.
Okay.
Next question. This is just a request. When doing these videos with Jen, can you have her point to the muscle that is working?
Oh, we should have read that question before we did this.
Should have read that question.
So let's do it on the next video. Okay. Yeah. Screenshot that one too. All right. What is the machine that you're hooked up with? They're talking about Andy. So basically, so I'm going to teach you guys what the difference is, and I have a copy paste in my notes. So anytime somebody asks me, what is that? I have NewFit, okay? So I teach people about, it's a neurological re-education system. So it was designed for people with MS, okay? So it retrains your muscles to fire more efficiently. If you normally are doing a leg extension and you're recruiting about 40% muscle fibers, with the machine on, you're in the 80s to 90s. But here's the thing. The difference is in a TENS unit, which people are like, oh, it's like a TENS unit. That it's doing the same thing, but when you take the TENS unit off, you're done recruiting extra muscle fibers. With the newbie, it's re-educating you. So like you're gonna fire more efficiently when you're not in the system also. And then it was designed for that reason, for MS and all that other stuff. But then bodybuilders started looking at it like, oh, I mean, if it works like that for them, it can only help with hypertrophy. So then bodybuilders started using it. And I don't use it every day. I only use it once a week, maybe twice if Andy owes me a session or if I want to get in an extra day. How many days a week do you use it?
Once. We started with once, we went to twice, we went to nothing. So I did my entire prep this year with.
Because you will get very sore.
Yeah.
Especially the first time.
Yeah. And then now we went back to 1 day, and now for the month of December, we're going to do 2 days a week. Okay. If we can tolerate it.
So that's it. Yeah. Next question.
All right. How often do you do barbell good mornings?
Never.
Any tips or clips to share? I do not really do barbell good mornings.
Neither do I.
The way I look at it is what's going to give me the most bang for my buck. And with that movement pattern, I can't load good mornings the same way I can
an RDL.
It's similar as an RDL. It's similar as the hypers or reverse hypers. And I can load those exercises way more than I can with a good morning. So to me, I'm like, why would I pick that when I could do these other ones?
I agree. Somebody asked me the same, well, actually not really. Hamstring exercises with dumbbells. Oh, no. Okay, I read this wrong when I read it. Hamstring exercises with dumbbells other than RDLs. You could do a hamstring, I mean, if you don't have access to a machine, you could do a prone hamstring curl with a dumbbell in between your feet. You actually are working adductors also, and then the dumbbell would touch the ground, or you would do it on like a decline bench, so you can get a bigger range of motion. But what did you just say?
I just said Nordic Curls.
Oh, yeah, but that's not with dumbbells.
You need nothing.
I know, but... Oh, so they're just okay, I get it. Okay. Other hamstring exercises besides RDLs with dumbbells, though. Is there any?
Yeah, just laying on a bench and doing...
Yeah, okay. All right, you go. You have another one?
Nope, I'm good. I think we need to wrap up, too. It's getting really long.
Okay. Okay. Do I ever eat cake? Somebody just asked me.
Do you?
No.
Gluten-free cake? Sugar-free cake?
So
No
for
cake.
all my kids' birthdays, I
Do you
never
ever
have eaten.
Do you ever have sweets?
The only thing is my now Rice Krispies treats that I have as my pre-workout,
Good.
but that's it. And I have not eaten a birthday cake in
So should we make
23
you
years.
A birthday Rice Krispie.
I would
cake?
totally eat that. In July, you have time to get a good recipe. Jenny actually gave me gluten-free Rice Krispies treats that she made homemade. So maybe we can make that into a cake.
What's her name? Victoria. She makes good. Have you had hers?
Oh, I've not tried hers, but I know who you're talking about.
So good.
Yeah, red
I
red
love-
Victoria, physique competitor. Yeah.
They're so good.
All right, I had a couple more questions, but we're gonna wrap it up.
Wrap
It up, as Dave Chappelle would say.
Yeah, I hope these questions were
Informative, entertaining.
educational.
Suggestions were invited and will be jotted down.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, comment below. Let us know if you have any additional training questions. And I don't know, maybe we could make this like a monthly thing. We'll just
I'm
do
totally down. We need to get her in the hot tub. Hot topics in my tub, where I do a Q&A
I would love
there.
that over cryotherapy or anything cold
Yeah. So then we'll do the next Q&A at my house.
at the hot tub.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, guys.